The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Game junkie, Gerard Campbell.
The Ceph are coming. This isn't a war ordinary humans can win.
Substantial rise in the frequency of small seismic events across the state.
Weak weather batters the East Coast.
There's been a sudden spike in both frequency and intensity over the last few days.
So far, there are 127 laboratory-confirmed cases.
No progress in halting the spread of infection.
Blimey, is it Battle Los Angeles? No, it's a new game called Crysis. Or is it an old game? Well, to tell us all about it is Gerard Campbell, the head game junkie over at stuff.co.nz. G'day there, Gerard.
G'day there, Wammo. How are you today?
Very good, very good. Yes, not Battlefield Los Angeles or whatever they're calling Battle Los Angeles, but there's certainly this whole alien invasion thing seems to be back in vogue, that's for sure.
Yeah, it does. Well, I mean, as you said with the old Crysis 2, it does deal with the old alien invasion hitting the planet. This time it's New York, and which I think New York's probably had a bit of a rough time over the last few years, I think, with movies and games. And yeah, as you said, it's an alien invasion on the planet Earth, and New York's in ruin, and it's up to you as a player called Alcatraz to stop the alien invasion. And there's a bit of a government conspiracy going on in there as well.
Of course.
It's all very sort of shadowy goings on, and alien beings and high tech suits and weapons.
Now, am I right to say that this game actually came out a wee while ago on the PC?
Yeah, the original Crysis came out on PC, and it was a brilliant game, but it was a game that really, unless you had a super uber-powered PC, you weren't going to get the great graphical look that it had. And then there was a second game, Crysis Warhead, which came out on PC as well, and that was sort of, they tweaked the engine a wee bit so you didn't need such a super-powered computer. So there was a lot of, anxiety from some gamers thinking, we had this super-powered game on PC. Will it actually run on a console? Can they actually get it looking really good on a console? And I have to say that Crytek, the company behind the game, it looks absolutely stunning. I've been playing it on the 360.
Yeah.
And it probably is one of the best looking 360 games around at the moment, and a bit of tongue-in-cheek, I think, from the game makers is that one of the very first achievements that you get for it is one called "Will It Run Crysis?" So it's just a bit of a we can get it going. The as with the PC Crysis, the games Crysis 2 comes out on it's out on 360, PS3, and the PC, and I guess the real focal point for the game in your battle against the alien Cephs and the shadowy cell agents, which is part of the government, is the suit that Alcatraz wears, which he sort of got given to him by another Marine called Prophet, is the nano suit, and this is the nano suit 2. And what it does is essentially it's like a super powered armor suit that you wear that enhances Alcatraz's natural abilities. So, the two main powers that he's got is, on the 360 version, at the press of the left bumper button, it gives him an armor ability, which really sort of, encases him in this really hard armor suit, which lets him withstand a huge amount of bombardment before, he takes the guys on it. And the other one is he's got a cloaking device on his suit, so it gives him invisibility. So it means he can stealthily sneak past troops. He can, sneak into areas, and as he battles the aliens, he can pick up these sort of DNA nodes from aliens, and that he means he can upgrade areas. So give them better armor, more stealth capabilities, more speed. He can power kick cars and stuff. And also gives him tactical advantage. So the suit sort of inbuilt computer will give him sort of advice on here's a tactical situation, what you can do. But it all comes at a cost that if you're in invisibility mode, it's not indefinite. There's only a finite amount of time that the invisibility can last. So if you're standing still, it lasts a lot longer. But if you're running around, then your power's going to drain. Then you've got to find somewhere quiet and then regenerate it. But it's a good. The armorability is really cool. You can stand sort of tank shells and that sort of thing for a little bit. And the invisibility is really good. So it's a pretty cool suit.
Cool. And graphically, it still looks great.
Oh yeah, it looks superb. I mean, there's some really nice showcasing on, I guess, what Crytek can do in terms of. They're calling it, I think it's the CryEngine 3. I think.
Which is the engine that it's built on.
Yes, it is. That's the graphics engine. So it really sort of pushes the capabilities of the 360. Because I guess the 360 is sort of coming up to 5 years old now. So graphically, it's really, really pushing the graphics. It'd be nice to say that the same thing could be said about the enemy AI. It's not, it's questionable at times about some of the military tactics on show, but and I sort of thought at times that it was a sort of can fall into that sort of very formulaic first-person shooter. That go to point A, but then when you get to point A, oh heck, something's happened there, so you've got to get back over to point B and sort of so it does follow a very sort of linear story path, but there's enough twists and turns and action to really sort of keep you on your toes. And that addition of the nanosuit really sort of adds sort of another element to the combat of the game, which is pretty cool.
And also that boss formula as well, where you get to an end of a level and have to fight something big. Is that in there as well?
Yeah, like it has some sort of mini bosses through. Like there's and I sort of felt that you can sort of tell when there's going to be some sort of either sort of a mini boss or a big boss. Is that suddenly there's an abundance of ammo caches for you, so that you can always keep your ammo plentiful while this time. So I guess like first person shooter sort of falls into that sort of category. You have your boss battles and your mini boss battles, and so in terms of I guess overall progression of the first person shooter, it has moved ahead that much. But it's a good action game. If you want a bit of action, it's well worth a look.
Cool. Crysis 2, yeah.
And it can be done on the console. So yeah. Good
to know. Well, it is out on the Xbox 360, also the PlayStation, and it's another version for the PC.
Yes, so there's the Windows PC, and then the two main consoles, the 360 and PlayStation 3.
All right, more over at stuff.co.nz at the Game Junkie blog in the technology section, and Game Junkie NZ on Twitter. See you. Thanks very much, Gerard.
Thank you.